Yeah, for the Emperor! Brand new Angry Army shirt based on a design that won our community design contest long ago. It's shiny, it's the Aquila design. Limited edition maybe? I don't know. I just threw it up there. It's for pre-orders. Thank you so much for supporting my show, and pick you up one of these, and I hope you guys enjoy the review. We went all out. Thank you so much for your support, and see you on the next one.
Now is the time.
Jackpot!
God, I hate it when you say that.
What? It's cool.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. These are demons you've been blabbing about anyway?
Yeah?
Ugly motherfuckers.
You want to talk?
What did you say? I look way better than these guys. Imposters. What game did you say this was again?
DMC, Devil May Cry.
DMC, Devil May Cry?
Yeah?
So you're telling me it's Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, now that you say it out loud.
Yeah. You know what? Let me handle these guys. Stay behind. Nothing but dead weight.
Dead weight? Why don't you try to keep up, old man?
That's the spirit. Let's get the job done. You done good. You done good, Capcom. First off, full disclosure, as I take my game reviews very seriously, as you can tell. At first, I didn't want to review the game as I'm currently working with Capcom on a Capcom licensed board game. Click the link in the description below to learn more. But after playing it, I said screw it. I have to cover it on this channel. So if you want to take whatever I say here with a grain of salt, that's fine. But know that no matter who I work with, it's never going to stop me from telling it like it is. And this game is f***ing awesome! Capcom is on fire lately. This game completely ignores the ill-fated DMC, you know, Devil May Cry emo reboot that horrified me years ago.
Your wickedness, little witch, it broke my heart.
Yeah, let's pretend that one never happened and dive right back into the real universe as we all know and love. Oh no, no! What have you done? And I'll say this up front, do you need to know about the previous games to enjoy this one? No, not at all. In fact, the game does include a little breakdown of what's happened so far. It does help, but it's not required, trust me. It is a self-contained story that brings together most of all of the characters and sort of finally answers some questions that fans have had. To me, it is the most accessible and it's a great starting point for any new fans. Whoa, Mr. Foulmouth, huh? Motherfucker calling me a motherfucker. Man, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'll wash your mouth out with soap, demon. Whoa, fuck. Now, let's talk about the game It is absolutely beautiful. That's the first thing that you're going to know. It is really impressive to see the Resident Evil engine from Resident Evil 2 Remake working in a bit more open and bright, colorful spaces. The character models look great. The cutscenes, they're numerous, they're well directed. It is all highly polished. You can really tell all the love and attention put into them. And for once, the Capcom Collector's Edition, it's so worth it. With this additional side content and behind-the-scenes stuff, sort of like a really good DVD commentary of old for like a movie. It's got live-action production placeholder cutscenes that show you how they storyboarded it all out. It is a trip to watch.
Oh no. Let's see. Oh shit.
You can tell how much passion the team has for the game. It really pays off. And I love it when Capcom includes all these character models for everything and the bits of the lore and the story information. Though I do wish it was written from someone other than our new characters, Nico's perspective, as she doesn't really know much, as the fans already know about the world and the lore, so it's kind of incomplete in certain ways, but it's still a ton of fun to immerse yourself in. So, the game has you start with Nero, a sort of younger version of Dante, a demon hunter in his own right, riding along with that brand new character, the sexy and smart Nico.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around. That's why I built him that well-functioning arm, to kick demon ass. Hey, Psycho! What's the merchandise?
Yeah, she's got a terrible southern accent.
Tell you what.
Tell you what.
How does it feel to be rescuing the guy that killed your father?
But it's certainly memorable. She's sort of like a gunsmith and like an engineer who makes these custom devil breaker arms for Nero, who lost his arm in a recent event. There are so many of these to choose from, and each of them have a unique ability. It is so much fun customizing and switching between them in battle. You never really know what kind of arm you're gonna run into next throughout the game. Nero, let's go.
Ready.
What'd you bring? What the fuck is that?
I call it the blender. I'm gonna scramble the demons.
Did you make that yourself?
How could you tell?
Cause it's a piece of shit! Go back to Nico and have her make you one!
Fine!
Tired of babysitting you, Nero? Kids these days, what are you gonna do? Let's go! These arms are a ton of fun to play around with, though I do sort of find it annoying that you can't freely switch between them.
Yeah, that's
Damn it!
not what I
Never
wanted.
hit LB! But you see how you get so used to hitting LB with the other guy, and then you play him and all of a sudden it breaks your arm. You're like, what the fuck?
Now, Devil May Cry has always been about killing demons, but killing them with style. Smoking sexy style. Which basically means varying up your attacks as much as possible. Performing gun attacks, switching to sword attacks, comboing, popping enemies up into the air, juggling them, then bringing them crashing down and finishing off with a well-timed taunt. All of these will rank up the style meter, and normally I kind of hate these sort of rankings crap in other game series at least. I just ignore them because it feels like it's undue pressure on you, but here in DMC for some reason it's just so satisfying to rack up that style points. Hear the announcer go from crazy and badass. It's addictive, and you want to play sections over and over just to get the highest style ranking.
Dismal. Not a good Nero. Dismal.
I get that. Stop rubbing it in my face.
Oh, that scene.
Oh, come on.
Dismal.
Now, admittedly, for all it got wrong in its style and presentation, the Ninja Theory game did some pretty sick combos, and it had some solid gameplay. How's the gameplay here? Well, thankfully, it's also great. Though it does seem to be taxing at times, as it requires you to hold the right bumper for targeting in certain combos. I can make my hand ache a bit, but it feels a little odd. It's got a learning curve to it. I think it's very one-on-one centric when Devil May Cry is usually a bunch of enemies around you, but eventually you do get used to it and how to figure off how to quickly target different enemies and fire things off easily. The combat is deep, it's engaging, and it's got so many options. Now, that may be a common thing for longtime fans of the series, but for new people, I think they'll be really impressed with the amount of content on offer here for each of the characters. Not just for Nero, but for Dante too. And God, Dante is so much fun to play as. You like my flowing hair when I move?
It actually looks good. It's better than the other one by far.
You cannot kill me! I am Omega!
Yo, sick combos! Oh yeah! Fucking Dante is so much fun to play in the game, guys. And then he switches. Dante is like the most complex. He's got so many weapons to choose from his classic weapons from previous games, a fast bruiser style punches and kicks, with even this breakdancing style weapon that I love to use. He's got multiple swords, multiple guns, nunchucks, flaming long poles. My favorite, a fucking motorcycle.
How's that for road rash?
And even a freaking hat.
I'll take that.
All of this crap is just ridiculous, and it makes you feel like you're getting your money's worth and they aren't skipping out on content or anything. And you know, it's great. My only gripe is that you don't actually get to take control of Dante until mission 10 of like 21 missions, halfway into the game. There's several sections even after that you won't play as him, or it'll give you an option to play as, you know, all the three characters. But honestly, you do need some practice time with Nero and the other new character before you actually get to Dante, as his is pretty deep and it's the most varied. So what about that new character? Well, his name is V, and he's a little bit of a throwback to maybe that, you know, emo version DMC.
So here's our new character, Joe. What does this remind you of?
Adam Driver?
Yes! Without anybody saying, it's Adam Driver, Kylo Ren. Kylo.
Ultimately, I really loved him too, all right? He gets the excuse. Adam Driver. He's basically the easiest of all the three to play, summoning demon pets to do his bidding for him from far away, making him sort of like a unique wizard class.
So why are you reading a book in combat?
That's why.
And for me, he was the easiest to get smoking sexy style rankings with it, and it's just a blast to play. Now, yeah, his style is mostly button spamming in comparison to the other two, but man, between all three of them, if you thought the combat was good in God of War, just wait till you get your hands on Devil May Cry and really get into the groove. It is really fun.
And then I finish it off. Easy mode. Nice. That's my first Savage, or no, second Savage.
Now the enemies, they're gruesome, they're interesting, the boss battles, they're fantastic, creative, the music, it is just so damn appropriate. It's got a fantastic soundtrack, like I said before, a superb direction. All of this really makes it feel like a high production, movie-like experience.
What? No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
Now, I do recommend you start in Demon Hunter mode, I think it is, not beginner mode, because the game, it's kind of easy. There are multiple difficulty levels later on, but I think it makes it easier for new players to the series to come in and play it. And like I said, there are more difficult modes that you can play and engage in, so it didn't really bother me that much, especially since I'm not all that great myself at DMC.
A big old D. Then fuck you.
D for destroyed it. Good job.
D for destroyed him. Got him.
The story, it's satisfying. Even if it does kind of tread some old familiar ground, you might be like, wait, this again? But it's done so well that you won't care too much, and you'll finally say, okay, good. They got it all wrapped up, and they're ready for some really crazy new stuff in Devil May Cry 6. Now, throughout the game, you'll be collecting these red orbs, right, that you'll use to level your character, adding new moves, combos, abilities, and it really makes you want to explore and find all the red orbs that you possibly can. Oh no, my orbs, my precious orbs! Oh, hey,
What the
Nero.
fuck?
What have you been doing?
What is that?
These are chaos red orbs for demons, the demon blood. Yeah.
I've been killing demons. Where's your weapon?
So you know, I'm helping too.
How?
Because this is blood of demons, and the less blood they have, the less power they have, and the more power I have. Duh. Wait, you've not been collecting red orbs?
No.
Well, that's probably your fault then. Stop being that way!
God.
Now, before the game, I was concerned about these, and as you can actually buy them with real money, that scared me. Thankfully, I tested it out. They come at a pretty regular and generous pace. I never felt scammed, like I needed to buy any. Well, all except for one thing.
Oh my god, EX provocation.
That's a lot of grinding.
That's a lot of grinding. Does that say 3 million, Joe?
Yes.
I can't.
3 million, and that's just for him, right?
That's just for him.
So what is that going to cost for everyone?
Yeah. 1 million orbs. 20 bucks.
20 bucks.
What? So each one of those EX provocations are 2 for $60?
Nope. Nope. Way
No.
too expensive.
What the fuck?
If you fucking buy all 3, that's way more than the game. Nothing should ever cost
Nothing
way
should ever
more
cost.
than a game.
That's a fail right there. I don't care who you are. As much as we're like the game, you can't be doing that.
Now, I don't feel it completely ruins the core gameplay ultimately, but they're definitely now monetizing skipping, having to replay levels, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Give up? That shouldn't even be an option.
Don't use orbs to revive. Well, if you don't want to use any, if you're like, fuck this, I don't want to use it. I mean, I shouldn't have died. I'll just restart the whole fucking level. How far back does this level go?
Ultimately, I didn't feel cheated, and that's what matters the most to me. I could still play my old school style, never buy anything, but somebody without time can still. So, anyways, in terms of other negatives, I can't, like, think of too many. The only other real negatives I can think of are maybe some load times. Some of the level design could use a bit of work. There's some invisible walls you run into, and
Slice him.
I can't get it.
He just told you, Joe.
He said he can't move forward, but the panther totally fits. Just saying. Oh, I can't make it if only I can crouch. It's because he's got bad knees, isn't it? Is that why he's got the cane?
And we could probably use a little bit more openness, as at times the levels can feel a little linear, maybe repetitive, but that might have to do with some of the pacing towards the end of the game. The game could have used just one other section, you know, maybe a better puzzle section or something a bit more unique, like conversing with NPCs or something during this demonic invasion. Something to break up the action, as, you know, there is unfortunately a boss gauntlet section. Like, I just do not like boss gauntlet sections where they recycle bosses that you've already beaten. I didn't like it in Destiny, and I certainly don't like it here. But thankfully, if I'm going to do a boss gauntlet, at least it's in a game where the combat is so much fun and I get to redo these bosses with more moves that I've unlocked, and I've gotten better at playing with it. So yeah, I just wish I would have appreciated something else there to replace that boss gauntlet section, and it would have been perfect. I'm really searching at this point to find anything else negative. I think it's a fantastic return to form. The game knows how to have fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously. There's a ton of cheesy one-liners. You can't help but crack a smile.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was gonna jerk it. Oh, there, yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, there it goes. Scratch that shit.
Nice. Sweet release.
There is one other odd thing, a sort of tease at cooperative play. Like when you're playing through and only certain levels, you'll see a notification that the game is starring some other player. And what that means is there will be a live player from the online portion playing in your level, but only in the background.
What's going on? What is that? Oh, he's saying hi. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Now, get to work. It's your turn.
Is that another player? I think so. That's cool.
It's kind of odd that you can't really play together, except in certain special circumstances, and only if you're on the right exact same path and pace that you actually get to the boss at the same time, so you can fight the boss together, sort of. It's just odd that it's not more prominent a feature, or it's not a real cooperative. And it makes you think, man, what would real co-op be like in Devil May Cry? Like an insanely high octane action, especially if they ramp up the difficulty. But I don't know, they always find an excuse to split you guys up. Finally, we're together again. Wait a minute, where's V?
He said it was too sunny outside.
Typical. All right, now that we're together, we're going up against the most powerful demon, our biggest contract yet. Let's split up again.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it'll be way cooler. I'll get a lot more demons that way, I think.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, this will give us the greatest chance of defeating him if we go our separate ways. Yeah!
But you just said he was super powerful. We should team up. This just doesn't make any sense. We're gonna fucking die.
Trish and Lady make an appearance in the game, and it does seem like they're gonna, they're setting up some future content with the ladies that you could play as the girls, and even maybe some DLC for a certain character that appears towards the game. I would love that because I was satisfied with everything here, so And we already know that some free content is coming our way, and think of Bloody Palace mode, which I hope maybe is more official co-op, maybe going through those levels together. But who knows? I guess we'll see. So my final verdict for Devil May Cry 5 is an outstanding 9 out of 10 with a badass seal of approval. Yes, it could have easily been an 8 out of 10. I think I give it that extra point because I'm so happy that the original timeline is back and that Capcom is they're really getting things right back on track here.
Well, he's a damn good director, because this is the kind of stylish shit. Man, I wish there were movies like this. There are kind of movies like this. Deadpool. They make a Devil May Cry movie and let one of the Japanese directors direct it.
So, you guys buy the game so we can see that happen. You won't regret it if you're a fan of these sort of action-adventure hack and slashes. I hope this game does get an official sequel in the future. But until then, guys, I've got plenty more Devil Arms to play with and some important business to take care of. I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
Alright, for the last time, my sweet surrender is not a toy. Who keeps taking it? Huh? Oh my god, not again. Joe! Give me back my arm! Give it back!
No! You away from me!
You're sick!
Close my door!
No, give me back my arm!
No, you close my door! Get out!
That's my arm!
Oh!
You better wash it! What have you been doing?
Oh, I've been collecting red oil. Oh my god, that just poured everywhere onto the fucking ground. What the fuck is that?
I call it the blender. I'm gonna scramble these demons. You were laughing!
I can't get through this. I can't. Nero, you made that yourself, didn't you?
How could you tell?
Because it's a piece of shit. Did you make that yourself?
Maybe.
Joe, go over there. Go to Nico. Did I just call you Joe? God damn it. Joe. Grab yourself a Bruce and pop one open.
I haven't had one of these in forever.
Yeah, kindergarten, I think. This is the last time I had it.
Jesus.
We can literally drink anything.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is not good.
Cheers. To Devil May Cry.
Oh god,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
How do we drink this?
I don't know.
Nope. Done.